That's a gem right there. You don't get a nicer car than that. This, man, when you're rolling down the road in that thing, man, you get the ladies. I'm telling you. Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to my little auto shop. We're doing some more Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 today. I've been doing a little play in between videos, so you can see that my money has actually grown quite a bit. We're up to $56,000, and that's even after buying that little wreck of a car we bought for, I think, if I recall correctly, somewhere around $29,000, I think we bought that car. I haven't gotten any other cars yet, but I have done another bunch of missions to kind of earn some more experience. Trying to get to a point where we can unlock some more skills and things, and then trying to get some more cash so we can do some more... hopefully find another car that we can bring in, because I want to have maybe a couple cars in our little stable that we're working on. And if we can get leveled up to a certain point where we get enough of this stuff unlocked, it'd be really nice to just spend a whole lot of time just doing nothing but rebuilding cars instead of repairing other people's cars all the time. So here's our skill tree here. I've used up all the points right now, but we do have the second lift open. I think I might have had that in the last video as well. We're at that point now where we're getting close to maybe being able to repair some body parts, which actually I think is like way up here, so maybe not that close. I need to spend a bunch more points, but I have spent a little bit more. We have our repair chance raised to 55%. Our next stage is to jump it up to 65%, then to 75%. So it goes up by tens, which is nice. So we can get at least a decent amount that way. But another cool update, they've been doing a lot of changes in the game, trying to like fix some optimization, fixing bugs, adding in some pieces that were missing and that sort of thing. But they've finally gotten the radio fixed, so now we can actually put some music on it here. And we can hear something. Look at this. Audionautics, 5 cents back instead of Nickelback. Why is it so quiet? No, you know what? I think the radio might be off. Hold on. You gotta turn the power on the radio. There we go. So we've got 5 cents back on the radio. And it is like a vaguely Nickelback-ish sounding song. Anyway, there's a couple different stations there. I'm just going to leave it on the rock one for now. What I want to tackle today, though, is we finally gotten to a point in the level. I think it might have been when I got to level 13. We can access the junkyard now, so we can go there and check out some stuff. Similar to the barns, there's like random parts and stuff we can find in there that we can bring back to the shop, and then hopefully maybe we can repair some of them and we'll sell them and make some cash and that sort of thing. We might also be able to find another car wreck there, and I'm really hoping that the wrecks that we find at the junkyard might be cheaper than the ones we find in the barn. Welcome to the junkyard. Isn't it a glorious looking place? So we've got piles and heaps of junk here. Now, I guess there's even more stuff over there. I kind of want to go raid that bus. If we could take that bus back to the shop and fix that thing up, that would be awesome. Even a transport truck would be cool, but I don't think we can. That's all locked off. So we have all these different cars and stuff here that we can kind of check out. And inside, they've got all kinds of junk. Lots of junk. From what I understand, there's like some rare and some sport pieces and things we can get in here. Man, the sound in this area is really loud. I have to turn this down. It's a super crazy loud traffic noise, but there's lots and lots of parts in here that we can grab. So I'm just going to grab everything. We're going to do like a major haul here because the parts we can get from the junkyard, as far as I know, are actually really, really cheap because it's a junkyard and they're just sitting in piles of scrap. Some of it's relatively okay condition. Like Bolt Reptilia front bumper, we got 88% on that one. But there's a lot of pieces that are also kind of wrecked. And the thing that I'm finding with the junkyard is that there's just crazy amounts of parts out here. So, you know, if nothing else, we can actually earn a little bit of cash just by snagging as many of the parts as we can get out of here. Man, we're getting some funny little performance glitches here. And we may not be able to use too many of the parts. Some of these, I think, maybe I'll keep them just in case I might be able to use them for repairs and stuff later if they're in good condition. And then the ones that aren't in good condition, I'm just going to sell. See if we can make a little bit of extra bank on it. And that'll give us the ability to buy more cars, do some more fixing ourselves. I kind of want this transport truck, but again, can't grab any trucks. I think it would be really cool if at some point in the future they had like a truck bay that you could add onto your shop so you have room to work on a transport truck. And if you could bring in one of these things and work on it, like, let's make it really expensive or something to grab it. So it's not something you can do right off the bat. And then there's some fancy tires and stuff in here. And then it would give us kind of like a new thing to pay attention to and trying to do repairs, because I mean we've done tons of cars, and granted most of the repairs on those are ultimately really simple, but even when it gets to the point of like fixing stuff up, I guess, man, there are just like almost every wreck that's in here has got all these scrap pieces you can take on it. And the funny thing is they don't all belong to the car that we're grabbing. It's a little strange. Well, it looks like we found our first car that we might be able to get a hold of. Look at that. That's a beater right there. Look at that. It doesn't even have seats in it. That body's in rough shape. We got a flat tire at the back. We're missing the trunk. It doesn't have doors. Well, one door is missing. What kind of car is this thing? All right, this one's an old Mazda RX-3. I don't know what year it is, but it's actually pretty cheap at only $8,000. I mean, I guess I can understand why, because look at this thing. Look at it. That's a gem right there. You don't get a nicer car than that. Man, when you're rolling down the road in that thing, man, you get the ladies. I'm telling you. I'm going to leave that there. We'll let some other chump pick that thing up. What have we here? I think we might have found the wreck that I've been looking for. Look at the beat up body on this thing. So there's a lot wrong with this car. The body's just a total wreck. Like the whole thing's like this rusted nastiness. That's gonna take a lot of work. The interior is missing some stuff. We don't have any back seats in it. There's no steering wheel. I'm sure there are parts in the engine missing. We don't have a hood. There's no doors. There's no trunk on this thing. The tires are in rough shape. This thing's gonna be like a good fixer-upper. And the best part is a Dodge Charger. That's sweet. I really want to get my hands on this thing. And nice. Look at the price on that thing. $10,845. That's a steal compared to what I paid for that last wreck that I got. Now, granted, the one that I bought from that garage was actually more drivable than this thing, but I'm going to buy this car so we can take this thing back, because I think this will be a fun one to take back. Let's send this one to car parking. I don't have any use for that in the garage right now, simply because it would just take up too much space. This one here looks like an old Volvo or something. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that's not what I want. Nope, just junk. Not a car I can actually fix up. All right, well, I've had a good look around, and I'm not seeing any other wrecks that we might want to grab here. There's only two, oddly enough, in this whole yard. I mean, it'd be great if, like, there's SUVs and stuff here that we can't grab and repair. So I wonder if at some point in the future they'll add an update that'll let us do SUVs. The trucks would be awesome, too, like I was saying. It'd be great if you could get a transport truck in and work on that. I think that would be kind of a cool change from some of the cars and stuff we're working on. But I did raid a whole pile of different cars. Let's see what we got here parts-wise. I wonder if it'll tell me how many parts I have in here, because I grabbed a lot. It's like, as you can see, these are all parts that I grabbed, and I didn't even grab everything I could have. There are so many wrecks in the junkyard that you can grab from, and piles of stuff on the ground you can snag from. Our total price to buy all these parts is $3,285. So let's kind of see how this plays out money-wise. I already bought the wreck of a car, so that reduced my money a bit, but I think that was a good find. Dodge Charger for $10,000 that we can fix up and work on. I think that's going to be fantastic. But we're at $45,257 right now. I'm going to buy all these, and then we'll take them back. We'll fix what we can, and we'll sell all of it. We'll see how we come out ahead cash-wise. All right, we got our 5 cents back on the radio. We're back in our shop. 5 cents. That's going to make me laugh every time I hear it. Let's check out the repair bench and see if we have anything here we can actually fix. So it looks like we do have some parts we can try to repair. This one's 64%. I'm going to try and just, I'm going to just work through everything in here. We'll see what happens if I repair it. Some of these things, I think I might be breaking them and making them worse. But let's face it, they're scrap pieces. They really weren't going to be worth a lot individually anyway. But cumulatively, like when I can fix up a piece like that, I think that's where we might start to see a little bit of cash come out of this. Now, I don't like the fact I have to keep clicking on these. Oh, got that one to 91%. So we are getting some pieces repaired in here that I'm sure that must raise the value of them from just above the level of pure garbage to something that's slightly better. I'm not sure how many times you can attempt something. I've noticed that if I try something 3 times, it disappears. And I don't know if it's because I've succeeded on it or after 3 times you just can't try anymore. Or if I actually like broke the piece or what the deal is, but there's actually quite a few pieces. Oh, wow, I got that one 100%. Nice. Well, that one did not fix. I think I broke a piece that I had previously fixed. I'm going to go through here and just try to get all the rest of this done. Okay, so I got a few things fixed up. Some of them I got into like the mid to high 80s, some low 90s kind of thing. I don't know how much that actually affects the price of it when we sell it, but now here's the thing that's probably going to take a long time. I'll have to go into my inventory and try to sell stuff. So we've got a ton of parts in here now. I kind of wish we could sort by condition in here, but it doesn't look like we can. I mean, we have all the like different types of things, but it'd be cool if we could sort by condition so you could kind of pick out all the things that are in good shape. But my inventory was pretty much empty before I raided the junkyard. So I'm going to run through here. We'll sell all this. We're now at $41,972. I forget where we were, 45,000 and change. But I did spend a little bit doing repairs and stuff. Oh, actually, that was from buying the parts. I get it. No, repairs actually didn't cost very much. But let's sell all these, and we'll see what we end up with. Oh, I sold the last piece. It turns out I actually did have some stuff in my inventory. I had a bunch of rubber bushings that I'd already grabbed for repairs because I end up using them so often. And check that out, $60,207. So we went to the junkyard with $55,000. We bought a $10,000 Dodge Charger scrap, and we came back with $5,000 more than we started with. I would say that's a fruitful trip to the junkyard. Just saying. I mean, clearly, by the time you get to level 13, you can just raid the junkyard and make cash off of that. You don't even need to fix cars to make money, but you do need to fix cars to get the experience. The experience points are what you're going to need to build up your levels high enough that you can actually fix up that that scrap car that you bought at the junkyard. So I guess we're still going to keep doing car repairs until we can get to the point we can work on our own stuff. But man, that's a good source of cash right there. $15,000 I made just in the parts, and I didn't even raid everything. I mean, some of the piles I didn't even touch. Some of the wrecks I didn't touch because I got kind of tired of picking up all the parts. It also took forever to sell it. It'd be great if they had like a sell all feature, but I have a feeling this may be like an unintended functionality. Maybe they really aren't planning to have us just kind of churn through parts that way. But let's grab another car repair in here. We'll do a quick repair before we check out for the day, or maybe not such a quick repair because these story ones tend to be a little longer. I came back from a party and it seems that I fell into a well. Please assess the damage or repair what you can because it's my father-in-law's car. How do you drop an entire car into a well? How does that even work? Like, what kind of well was this? Some kind of industrial well or something? I'm actually really curious to see what's wrong with this thing. Well, aside from the paint job, that's an ugly color. Look at that thing. That is a pretty sweet car though. That's supposed to be like that's like a BMW. Was that an M3? Man, I guess I mean. Yeah, this could be a Mazda too, actually. Hold on, let me just check. It's going to tell me FMW Roadster. So instead of a BMW Roadster, it's an FMW Roadster. How about that? But there's lots of issues on this car that aren't discovered yet. So we're gonna have to take this out. Now, I feel like it's my responsibility as a responsible mechanic to take this sweet little sports car out for a spin on the test track. So we're gonna go do that. All right, hopefully I can keep this thing on the road. It's a little slippery wheels in this thing, but the handling's not too bad. Oh, actually, the handling's kind of drifting a little bit. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, okay, I think I found your problem, sir. It turns out your right front fender is mushed. Oh, you know what? I missed the checkpoint. Are you kidding me? I missed. Oh, sorry. It turns out there's a little damage to the rear of your car also. I really need to get a controller plugged in for these driving things. I wish I could do like a handbrake and make this thing kind of spin around, but nothing new in there. All right, so through the slalom we'll go. Man. Oh, sloppy. The left side of your car has got some damage also, sir. You know, I don't know what kind of well you dropped it into, but you know, it looks like, oh, and there's the left front. Maybe I should just drive this thing the way it's supposed to be driven. Oh, sweet, check that view out. I didn't realize there was that many other camera angles. Oh no, look out. All right, maybe I should just go to the driver's seat. How do I get into the driver's seat? Oh, it's just drifting away. Sorry, see ya, car. All right, we're behind the wheel now. Let's get this thing under control. So we've got, man, look at this. Actually, this is kind of a sweet little car. I kind of want one of these. Oh, it's doing a little slide. No. I seriously need to work on my drift game. You guys thought I drove really poorly the first time around. Check this one out. I need to get a controller to control this thing too. Keyboard controls just don't do it for me. I can see the headlines now. Mechanic trashes BMW on test drive. So we only found 2 parts out of all that. Just the inner tie rod and outer tie rod. And only one of them. So I guess maybe only one side's messed up. Let's put this thing on the test path because that'll probably give us a little bit more information. And then beyond that, we'll just have to go scoping around under the hood. I mean, I have a feeling if they dropped it in a well, probably a lot of it is suspension based. But I did notice that the rims are a little messed up. So see what the deal is there. Well, a quick trip down the test path, and we've got we definitely have more information now. This thing's pretty seriously messed up. It looks like most of the damage is on the left-hand side, which is strange, given all the. I mean, I hit this thing on every side, so you know the funny thing, it's all on the left side. It's a good thing you can't damage the car when you're on the test path, or the test track rather, because I definitely would have made a sad mess out of this poor BMW. It's a shame too, because I like BMWs. I'd like to have one myself, but I don't see one in the future. Unless I somehow win the lottery or something. All right, let's take a peek here. We should have a lot of the parts identified now. There was a lot in there. Oh, there's still some pieces we didn't get. So there might be like some bushings and things we don't have listed here. Maybe some engine parts. I really feel like the rims on the one side are toast. This side looks pretty good, rim-wise. But I noticed when we're getting in the car to go for the test drive that, see, that rim's shot. This rim's probably also shot. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bunch of stuff there. So let's get down here. We'll get, oh yeah, look at those shocks. Those are in pretty shape. Our radiator's toast in here too, just judging by the rust. So let's get all these, start getting all pieces off of this thing. Let's see if we can get a better sense of all the amount of work we're going to have to do in here and how much crazy overbuilding we can do. Oh, look at this. These parts are... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that brake is toast. Now, this drive shaft is good in here, but what about this wheel hub? Wheel hub's toast also. What about the knuckle? Knuckle's toast. Knuckle cover is toast. Man, what kind of a weld did you drop this thing in? There's definitely a bushing there we got to take out. Another one at the front. All right, let's get all this stuff ripped off of here. Take all the parts off. I'm really happy we got that upgrade that I should get this like the faster screwing and unscrewing because it sure helps a lot. There we go. It sure helps a lot in kind of getting all the pieces off a little quicker, getting the new ones on a little faster. Did I say the wheel hub was toast in here? I think it, yeah. That's definitely not. That's not good. Why can't I take that off? Do I gotta take the drive axle off first? Seriously? All right. I'll get that out. I mean, I don't really need the drive. Oh, you know what? It's this wheel bearing in here. Wheel hub bearing. Let's take a look at that thing. Oh, it's actually in good shape. Wow. The whole left side of this thing is toast. That wheel hub? Nope. The wheel hub bearing? No, it's good. It's fine. You know. Oh, and I keep forgetting all the time, and I need to add these things on my list so I can remember to do my shopping. Get all my auto parts from Grocery Gateway. Because, you know, the grocery stores do auto parts now. I don't know. Shut up. Outer tie rod end. This thing was got to go on the list because that is toast. Get that out of here. This inner tie rod's got to go also because it's no good. Put it on the list. Cali Totos will be super happy. The list is back. This time it's just a shopping list, though. Don't get overly excited. I got to lift the car up more to get that one out of there. So let's put the steering knuckle on the list. Get that on the list. And actually, I'll get this lower suspension arm on the list, too. And let's get this knuckle off of here. I can't, because it's attached to stuff and things. All those pieces. This little sway bar front end link or whatever. It's in good shape. I don't have to worry about that. But this front shock absorber, that one is definitely got to go. And we're probably going to have to haul the car up high to get this one off, I suspect. Tell me. Nope, we get it off now. All right, that shock's got to go. It's got to go. I need to raise the car up. I can't get that thing off without it. You know what? I can deal with the suspension pieces while the car's way up in the air. I don't have to worry too much about that. Oh, you know what? While we have it down here, though, let's just pop in here. We'll get this radiator out of here. Fan housing. That's 89%. That one's in good shape, but the radiator is definitely toast, and I forgot to put it on the shopping list because that's how smart I am. Drat. All right. Car's got to go up. To the ceiling with you. Man, I hope that lift... Man, that comes close. We almost put the hood in the ceiling. They should put like a caution thing on there. Like, you might want to consider... closing the hood of the car before you raise it up or something. I feel like for tried and true professional mechanics like myself, that would be good advice. Okay, so we already have some bushing, so I'm gonna grab these, and I'm actually gonna replace this bushing just right away because I mean there's no point mucking around in here. And whenever I take these bushings out, I can't remember where I grabbed them from, and I always end up getting back to the point where I think the car's all finished. But no, there's a bushing somewhere hidden deep within the machine works that I either forgot to swap out or I took it out and then completely forgot to put the new one back in. So let's just deal with it right now. Save myself that headache and heartache and frustration later of having to look for it. What do we have for like an expectation on the parts on this? 100%. Well, it is a BMW. I guess that makes sense. All right, so I think we've gotten everything up front here that looks like it's going to need addressing in terms of the suspension and stuff. There may be some engine parts we have to deal with, but I don't know. It looks like it's in really good shape. I mean, unless there's some stuff inside the engine, but I'm not going to worry about that. Let's get to the back end because I'm sure there'll be more wonderful suspension problems back here. In fact, I already know there is because we did the test path. And this rim's got to go. Got to go. That thing, look at that thing. It's like a brown cow. Okay. The caliper is okay back here. So is the pad. What about this wheel hub cap? That's okay. Cover's good. Our knuckle is toast. Toast. Okay, let's get the cap off here and we'll take a look at the bearing in here and see if that's okay. Actually, the wheel hub is good. And it looks like the bearing's good too. All right, so this section not so bad. We'll get rid of this caliper. We'll get whoops no. Get rid of the brake pad. Add this to the shopping list. Is that gas tank? I think the fuel tank might be messed in this thing. I think it's the first time. Yeah, it is. No, that's not the fuel tank. That's the muffler. That is one messed up looking muffler. Oh, okay. It was just the angle I was looking at it. Man, it looked like looked like a horrible mess. All right, I'm gonna add this to the list because I can see it right now. I know this thing's toast, and I know this exhaust pipe is toast too. We need to put that on the list. Get that out of here. If I can get better at remembering to put stuff on that shopping list, this game gets a lot easier because I don't have to flip back and forth all the time making notes or trying to remember things, and I just completely forgot to. As I'm talking about remembering the list, I actively forgot it. Yeah, good job. Good job, Cryptic. You've got this. You've got this all sorted out. You're like the professional mechanic over here. IR brains. All right. How about this bushing? Is this bushing toast? No, it's actually in good shape. That's weird. I mean, I feel like I've done more bushings on cars than anything else. That's why I bought so many of them. Every time I turn around, I'm pulling out bushings, and I have to replace them with a new one. I was forever buying them, so I got smart. SMRT. I bought some ahead. The rear shock absorber I've already got, so let's tag this in the list. The suspension arm. Get this out of here. Okay, so here's the challenge. Like this knuckle, I think is toast, but everything attached to it is in good shape. So I guess we'll get the gotta get the bearing out first. Wheel hub bearing's gone. We'll get this rear wheel hub off of here. This will let us take off the knuckle cover, and then we can grab the knuckle because we're gonna need that. Did I put it on the list yet? I feel like I didn't. So let's just do that. Worst case scenario, I buy extras. Oh man, I've got to take this whole thing apart before I can. Okay, so the rear suspension arm A is done. It's shot. Shock absorber cap, that's fine. Spring is fine. The spring cap does not look like it's in good shape, so we're gonna deal with that. Yeah, 14%. Yeah, I would say that thing's in. That thing's pretty much. It's at the end of its road. It's done. We'll get that over there. Okay, we need to get this rear suspension arm off, or the upper arm off, and it's in decent shape, so I don't have to worry about that. The knuckle I already put on the list. We're not going to grab. Oh, what do we got over here? Suspension arm B. That's got to go. That looks nasty. Get this out of here. All right. Man, this thing's now almost free floating. It's just flying. There we go. We've taken it off. It's now not attached to anything. Except this little bearing here, which I have a feeling with this bushing I'm going to have to take out. Just you wait. It's perfectly green, but I bet you I have to take that thing off before yeah, I do. Of course I do. Now it's perfectly free-floating. We've got a flying car part. That's okay. It'd be funny if it just, like, dropped on the ground and made a big clang. It won't, though. It won't. All right, so we've got one bushing back here that's got to go. So I'm gonna swap this one out right away again. Same as I did last time. Up at the front, just so I don't forget. Because again, I mean, I've got a memory like a sieve, and frankly, you know, it doesn't work too good when I got to remember things. Okay, that side is all good shape. Actually, this side's looking pretty good too. It's funny the condition difference. I don't know what kind of a well that guy dropped the car into, but yeah, I think maybe it was more than just a well problem. You know what? I feel like you know what it is. I bet you the father-in-law loaned him the car, knowing that he would realize there was tons of stuff wrong with it and think it was his fault, and then he'd repair it, and the guy'd get a brand new looking BMW back. Let's see what kind of shape we're in. All right, did we find everything? We did. Good times. Okay, so it's time to go shopping. Shop, shop, shop all day long. Okay, so we need lots of parts here. Lots and lots and lots of parts. All right, in our suspension, we need lots of parts. I mean, you know what? I could probably just go down the list and type it up and click on it, but I'm gonna search these things all up and buy them and grab everything we need. All right, we had a little shopping spree there. It looks like we spent, man, like What did I get up to? I could say it's 60,000. I spent like a couple $1,000s on parts. I mean, that's a fairly decent amount. I feel like anyway. But let's get start slapping all the parts back on here. Oh, we can put on the muffler back here while we got sight lines onto that, so I don't forget. We'll get our exhaust pipe in here too. There we go. We can put in this little knuckle housing, which we snagged. Man, it's really nice actually having that list and remembering to use it. It's a funny little feature that, you know, if you remember to use the things they give you, it's amazing how much easier it is. So I want to go this way. Lots of bushings, at least. We've got lots and lots of bushings, so I don't have to keep going back to the store to buy those things. I feel like I was buying them constantly. Got our little suspension arm on here. And this thing needs a bushing up front here, too. So slap that in. There we go. Rear shock absorber. For the front shocks, we're gonna have to pull them apart because I haven't done that yet. So I gotta remember to do that. We won't be able to put them on until we can pull them apart, fix those up. That'll get a suspension arm A we can stick on here. Oh yeah, this thing is going together like super easy now. I swear, like some of the biggest challenges I find in the game in terms of like just general gameplay or whatever is sometimes the diagnostics, sort of figuring out which part I need to deal with because I'm not a professional or anything. And then the second part is just spending so much time like shopping for parts. And on the plus side, with the when I actually remember to use that list feature, it really, really does make a big difference. I need to do that a whole lot more. It's like terrible, just horrible, horrible memory. Let's get this on here, and then we'll slap our bearing in. If we can reach it, there we go. Get our bearing in. Yes, thank you. What's next? I'm missing something. Oh, the disc. Huh? How about that? What? You want to be able to stop your car? That's not really needed. Just do what I do. Use the barriers. Slows your car down amazingly well. This caliper's got to go on. Actually, that reminds me, I think I might have had a caliper that was toast on the front there that I might have forgot to put on the shopping list and therefore forgot to buy. Because, I don't remember stuff. Oh, right. See? I don't remember stuff. I need to take these rims off. All right, I'll deal with that. I might as well do it now. I've got to do both of them anyway. Get these pulled apart. Because neither the front nor the rear are in workable shape. Okay, we got the tire off. We need a Rim Classic 06 18-inch. So there we've got that. Oh, these are really cheap. $30. Man. 18-inch, we need these. I'm going to have the two of those. ET0. 300. Well, okay, that was a little more than I thought. $399. It says like from $30. I don't know why it even does that, because nobody's buying this thing at $30. Maybe what happens? Okay, if we get it down to a 12-inch wheel, so if we're going to put it on a go-kart, then it's like $28. Yeah, because everyone's going to do that. Okay, we got our tires back on the new rims, but as always, whenever we're changing out that the rim or the rubber, we need to balance these things. This part here takes a little while. I'm going to let that spin and maybe go start putting parts on. Actually, you know what? What I should do is, let's take these, use the spring puller and take these springs apart. Is it this? Actually, do I need a new spring on this thing? I don't even know. I didn't buy one if I do. Let's grab this. This is economizing. We're getting good efficient use out of our time here by pulling things apart and balancing at the same time. All right, so what do we got to get out of here? So this shock, okay, the front spring's in good shape. I actually did buy the front shock absorber cap and the front shock absorber, so I'm in good shape that way. So, oh, actually, duh, I got to put it back together. Look like this. Lambo, just like that. It's perfect. Let that get all stuck back together. We'll get our tire off of here. This will give us our shock off of here. Oh, yeah. We're just smoking along now. Man, if we're billing by the hour, the nice thing is with most auto shops, you do like, it's like an hourly billing, but it's usually based on an estimation of the parts. Did I buy the radiator? I don't even remember. I can't get to that from here anyway. Okay, so we can put our shock in here. What am I bolting this thing into? There's not... Look at that. I'm bolting into space. There's not even a part in there yet. Can I put this thing in without... Oh, look at that. That's... I feel like maybe there's something wrong with the order of assembly there. I'm just, okay, whatever. We've got a magic car. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. Got our tie rod on here. Oh, this view angle is really tough. There we go. All right. Get our outer tie rod on. Oh, yeah. This thing's just going together so nicely. This is going to be a nice, easy fix. The story ones, I think they give you a pretty decent experience, too. We'll get this on here. There we go. It'll be interesting once I get this all back together to see what part I completely forgot, because there's always something. I never remember it all in the first pass. It's usually when I try to send the car out, it's like, this car doesn't have a starter. Or, what do you mean you want to drive it without wheels? Something silly like that. I mean, I'm a mechanic. I'm not a magician. I mean, how am I supposed to know the car is supposed to need wheels? All right, we need a caliper. I thought so. I thought I forgot to buy a piece. So out of all the stuff that I grabbed, I forgot to get a caliper. Fortunately, that's easy enough to get. These cylinders are pretty much always in decent shape in here, so I'm gonna gamble. Yeah, there we go. I don't know that I don't know that I've taken a caliper off yet where the cylinder was a problem. All right, we got our classic rims on. Okay, I think we're good. We're good up front anyway. Let's go back here. We'll get this wheel back on here. No, don't take that off. Wait. There we go. That's the problem. I gotta aim at it first. Gotta aim at the piece. All right, this car has all 4 wheels again. We're good. I'm gonna put it back down the ground. We'll get the radiator back in the front, and then I think, hoping against hope, but I think we might be done with this fancy little BMW. Can I get in here while this thing's going down? I don't know that I can. I guess not. All right, aim at the cooling. Go to the assembly mode. Letter A. I didn't buy a radiator. Who would buy that? I mean, you only need the piece, right? Right? I thought I put that on my shopping list, but maybe I forgot. I don't know. I mean, still, I did pretty good at remembering to put most of the pieces in. I didn't get all of them on there, but I did get most of them. And it does make a really big difference. Like, it's really, it's so much more simple when you can just have that shopping list showing right there. No, I don't want to take it out. I want to put it in. There we go. Get our fan housing in with our fancy little fan. Nicey nice. I think we might be done. Let's see. Show me what we got. Rear shock absorber cap. Front spring, rear spring. What? No. Okay, so I know what the deal is with the rear spring. It's frankly just completely missing, but I could have sworn that front spring was fine. Like, how was it not fine? It was green. I mean, I know they need, like, I know they need 100% for the parts condition and whatever, but I thought as long as you were putting on the original part, it would be okay. Apparently, I was not correct. Wait a minute. I thought... Wait a minute. Front spring, rear spring, and then rear shock absorber cap. That just doesn't... What? Where? What? This thing's fine. Oh, it's at 80%. If I really got to swap out an 80% part, that seems a little bit... That's just a little bit picky. I know this guy's like 89% on this one. I know this guy's maybe a little bit on the picky side. I mean, he's driving a BMW, so he's probably, you know, just a little bit finicky, but... Can I take this off? I can take that off. That's good. And I can get the rear spring off here, too. All right, we'll spend more money because, I mean, who doesn't want to spend more money? Whoops, ring spring. No, I want rear spring. All right, we got a rear spring. That should be good. And then cap. There we go. Rear shock absorber cap. Okay, if we slap these on, tell me this makes this thing good. There's always something in here, I swear. I've missed something like every time. But because this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's an 80. The spring's still at 80%. It's not like I was replacing it. Oh, you know, but I took it off the car in order to get to the spring cap at the bottom. So let's see what the deal is. Hold on. Did I remember to swap out this spring? I did. That's 100% part. All right, we're good. How's it look now? Front spring. Rear suspension upper arm. Oh, come on. It's like coming up with new things that I'm supposed to deal with. Rear suspension upper arm. Here it is here. Can I take it off without... am I going to have to get the wheels off? Please tell me... Okay, I know. Phew. All right, this thing's in good shape, but I did have to take it off. I mean, it's at 84%. I wouldn't normally swap that out, but whatever. I guess it's more I can build them for. Rear suspension, upper arm. That's what we need. Get that back on there. I don't know. It just seems really silly to me to take a part that's like 84%. I probably should have tried to repair it before I bought it. I've gotten into this habit of just like buying things all the time because there's so little that you can repair. All right, that's good. That's good. So all we need to do is change out that front spring, which means I got to take the shock. I got to take the shocks apart though. Can I get at it without having to take everything off? Please tell me that I can. Yeah, we're good. No, we're not good. Oh wait, hold on. We gotta get this thing off here. Which means, oh, I gotta take the tire off. Ah, man. All right, let me get this thing out and get it ripped apart. All right, we got that all glued back together with the new front spring in there. The funny thing is, the front spring that was in there is at 90%. So, again, it seems a little silly to swap it out, but, you know, whatever. As long as they're paying, I guess that's fine. And they are paying. I'm going to build them. And I'll actually get a 90% then front absorber, or shock absorber, that I can sell, or I can just hold on to it and use it to satisfy another repair, I guess. Now, if I hold on to it, I probably have to put it into the... Oh, you know what? I almost set this thing out without a drive axle. I'm telling you, so often when I've assembled something, I ended up missing a piece. But I didn't put the drive axle back in this thing when I reassembled it because it wasn't showing on my checklist. I didn't spot it right away. We've got it now, though. Now this thing will probably drive. Most likely, I'm figuring at least a 50% probability now the car will drive. Now that I'm done with it. Okay, let's get this off the lift. That should satisfy everything. If this doesn't, I'm gonna kick this BMW. What do we got here? Okay, everything's in the green. We spent $2,696 on the repairs for parts and stuff. Made like $1,800 on it. So we got $4,802 we'll make off this. So that's not so bad. That gets us up to $62,415. I'm gonna call it a wrap for today, though. I definitely am gonna need to work on some more repairs. Keep trying to level up. We're a little shy still of hitting level 14, but as you can see here in the toolbox, there are quite a few levels still to go and lots more upgrades and stuff we can get. I can't even get this paint bay until I don't even know what. Like, I don't know how many points I have to spend before I get this thing. I know there is a threshold there because I ran into it with this expansion, so we'll see. But thanks everyone for checking out the video. Hope you'll come back and check out some more. I'm definitely going to do some more car repairs, and we'll try to work our way forward. I really want to work on that Dodge Charger we got, but I really need to seriously brush up on my skills, particularly in the parts repair, because I don't want to have to buy all the new body parts and stuff to put on this. See, this is actually already looking nicer now that we've got it in the shop. It doesn't look as dirty anymore. We must have washed it on the way in. Hope we didn't wash too hard. There's a lot of rust that could have come off this thing. Nevertheless, this is going to be a fun car to build. I mean, this one's nice and all. I mean, it works. I need to do some more body work and stuff on it to get it fixed up. I've kind of been holding off because you can actually repair the body panels when you get up to a high enough level. I can't do that right now, so if I was going to do it up nice, I'd have to actually buy the pieces and swap them in, which would be a lot more expensive, and I don't have access to the auctions anyway, so even if I got this thing fixed up, it's not like I could auction it off and make some cash. But this thing is going to be sweet. This sucker's staying in my garage. I want to take this out racing or something. Anyway, thanks everyone for checking out the video. I do hope you enjoy these who come back and check out some more. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.